Message to those fellow Guyanese who fighting for democracy right. Many Guyanese saying they are standing up for the democracy right in Guyana, but I can see they are lying. They are not standing up for the democracy right but are standing up for the democracy lawlessness that the PPP-C have been going on for the past 23 years that they was in power for, because if they really was standing up for democracy right you will see them in 1997 when Janet Jagan hijacked the presidency. But where was them and what did you do, say in 1997 when Janet Jagan hijacked the presidency and subsequently handed it over to that man in 1999? Where was your democratic right then? What did you do, say when the PPP government state-sponsored the killings and imprisonments of people who dared to challenge them on issues affecting their communities? Where was your democratic right then? Where was your voice? Who did you stand up for? Where were your clenched fists and gritted teeth? What did you do, say when that man in the upper leadership of PPP ordered the assassination of my father in 2006? Where was your democratic right and demand for justice then? Where? Where did you go to protest? Where are the articles you wrote? Where is your solidarity towards my family and I? Where was your condemnation and call for justice and accountability? What did you do, say when that man jailed Mark Benskop for 5 years in solitary confinement? Where was your democratic right and demand for justice then? Where? How many times did you seek justice for Mark? Or was that just not important enough to warrant a demand for justice and democracy? What did you do or say when Courtney Crumb-Ewing was gunned down in his community while he was practicing his democratic rights? Where were you? Or were his rights different from the ones you demand now? The call for verification of statements of polls is not an unreasonable call. Elections are serious business. The current elections, with what is at stake, whether real or perceived, are perhaps among, if not, the most delicate we have had to date. Whatever the composition of GECOM, the call for verification of the statements of polls should be treated with seriousness it demands. The call for verification, however, ought not to be looked at in isolation. The circumstances occasioning this request, and the conditions under which it must be observed should be considered as well. It remains unclear to me what exactly has stalled the process of verification. This I would be happy to comment on once it becomes apparent. To my Guyanese brothers and sisters, do not let us match insults with insults or violence with violence. Let us stay above the pettiness. Ronald J. Daniels